took your hand away from you. Now, maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe I'm going to have to do something else to you.
Leave me alone. You're hurting me.
You know, you should have been drowned a long time ago. That's what they do to infected rats who infect everybody else.
Stop it. Let me go. Stop it. Oh, my God.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, my God. We got to get help.
She fell. That's what happened. You're responsible for this. Dad, get an ambulance! Go!
You're right. I was at the Laser Palace the night Elena was killed.
I know you were. I saw you there, and you also ran away, so you must have something to hide.
Would you like to hear the whole story before you make up your mind?
Yes, I certainly would. I'd like to know why you're there, and why you didn't come forward at the trial and admit it. You might have saved an innocent man.
You know, I might ask you the same question. If you knew it was me there, why didn't you testify to that when you were on the stand? Certainly not to protect me.
There are a great many things I couldn't say on the stand for a great many reasons.
You and I have had nothing but miracles in our life. Don't you dare give up on yourself. Don't you dare give up on me.
Darling, what are you doing? All right, fine. For God's sake, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
That's sure, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Let's go.
No, you have to believe in yourself. Please don't give up. Please don't. Oh, my God. Don't give up. Please don't give up.
Somebody talk to you. Is she all right?
Mr. Timmons, will you step back, please, and give us some room to work? We'll let you know how she is in a minute.
I think it's a head injury right now.
I think we're aware of that, sir.
Well, then do something! What did they say? He said, what did you say? What'd you do to her?
Why do you think he did anything?
What do you think she did? You just slipped and fell and hit her head? No, if you hit her, if you raised your hand at her, you're going to be in jail tonight.
Shut up. I didn't hit her.
It was an accident. I saw the whole thing. She fell.
You're an eyewitness. We will be believed.
Why don't you just calm down? We had an argument and I pushed her. It was an accident, that's all. I don't go around hitting women.
I'm going to handle it as soon as I get her to jail.
Excuse me, Mr. Timmons. I'm Barbara Masters, the court reporter, you know. I saw what happened here, and it was an accident.
It was.
Yes.
You're sure?
I saw it all.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
You know, Timmons, you really have a tough time recognizing the truth when you hear it. I noticed that all through the trial.
Mr. Timmons, I'm afraid she's in worse shape than we thought. We're going to have to get her to City Hospital right away.
Go! Come on! Get going!
You are responsible for this, I know it.
We all have something to hide, don't we, Ben? As far as Elena's concerned, I've been worrying about her for a long time.
Worried? Why?
Because I saw that she was under pressure from living so close to the Capwells.
Then why did you bring her here?
I didn't bring her here. Your letter did. And then when she got here, I saw that she was being difficult and very tense. Elena was living on an edge, and I really thought that she was going to do harm to someone. I was afraid of that.
Afraid or hopeful?
Pamela, you know me much better than that.
I don't know what I know at this stage. All I can think about is my poor baby. She must have felt so desperately alone.
Pamela, I did everything I could to help her.
Tell me everything that happened.
I wish I knew everything. On the night that it happened, I followed Cruz to the Laser Palace. And then I got caught in the maze. I tried to follow their voices, but I couldn't. I got confused, and I didn't know where to go. Then I heard a shot. I thought Elena had shot Cruz.
Well, why would you think that?
Because I told you she was seriously disturbed. Finally, when I came upon her, she was on the ground. She was lying on the floor, and there was Cruz and Cece standing over her. I thought she was dead.
You ran away.
Pamela, I wasn't thinking clearly. I thought she looked to me to be beyond help.
I can't believe you left her.
I can't believe it now myself.
Then do you think that Cruz killed her?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but if I were to guess, I would say it was Cece. He tried to ruin her life, and I would do anything to prove that it was Cece. I want to punish him as much as he punished Elena. Except it would never bring her back.
Nothing will bring her back. Our poor little Elena. Our poor little girl.
Sophia thought you'd be here.
Where else would I go?
I just wanted to make sure you were all right. Is there anything you need or anything I can do for you? You look like you could use the hug.
Yeah, I could. Okay, now I didn't think they'd ever convict him, you know?
I know, but it's not all over. It's not the end. I know they'll appeal. There's a lot more they can do. And you know what we can do for starters? We can go see him. We can cheer him up, show him we're behind him.
You think we could? Would they let us?
Oh, yeah. But, you know, we can't let him see how worried we are. We have to be strong. It wouldn't help him if he saw you crying or saw my face hanging to the floor. Right? So we gotta be as cheerful as possible.
Yeah, I'll do my best, I promise.
Okay.
Kate, I'm just afraid. I mean, they could sentence him to life imprisonment.
Hey, you listen to me. That's not gonna happen.
How can you be so sure?
Well, you just trust me on this one. I know. No matter what the judge decides, Cruz will not spend the rest of his life in prison. Believe me, it will not happen.
Cruz, my son.
Brother, what are you doing here?
I came to be with you in your hour of need.
Well, I think it may be a little longer than an hour.
All the more important that you not be alone. I want to help.
Did you bring a key? That's the kind of help I need right now.
I know you're hurt and angry, but try to put that aside for now. Pray with me.
I've already prayed, Father. Let me tell you what I prayed for. I prayed for a comfortable cell in San Quentin, for understanding cellmates, the kind of guys who won't care that I'm an ex-cop.
You're only looking at the dark side. You haven't been sentenced yet. You don't know what the judge will decide. She may be lenient.
In my dreams, she'll be lenient. In reality, it won't happen.
Well, whatever comes to pass, you have to remember that your loved ones will be there for you. Take strength from that. They'll stand by you no matter what.
No matter what.
Would you like me to hear your confession? Would it ease your pain?
Father, I don't want you to waste your time. It's over for me. It's really over.
It's been
a half hour. I wish we would hear something.
I might have known something like this would happen ever since she came to Santa Barbara. She's caused us nothing but grief, and now this.
She'll be all right, Cece.
Of course she will. Nothing happens to people like Gina, nothing bad. Some lower power just watches over them so she can go on tormenting the rest of us.
Hey, what are you two doing? Are you celebrating the fact you put her in the hospital?
We wouldn't be here if we weren't concerned.
Yeah, all you two are concerned about is the fact that you're going to slap a murder charge on him if she doesn't pull through this.
Hell, don't you stop bellowing. He hasn't even finished his examination. Maybe nothing's even wrong with her.
Well, you better hope there isn't, because if she doesn't come through that door, if she isn't okay, if she has so much as a headache, I am going to slap an assault charge on you, on both of you.
I did not do anything to her. Everything was an accident. She came to me, we argued, I pushed her away. It was not assault. It was verified. The only one I assault around here is you, pal.
Don't squirm out of this. I got it. I won. I won the case. You were laying in wait for her because I put Cruz behind bars for the rest of his life.
That's about as logical as always your mind works, yes. I would take my anger at you out on her. That's very good.
Yeah, that's about as good as you do. You're a capo, as much logic as you have. Sorry. All right, what am I talking to you for? I'm going to go in there.
Keith, leave her alone. She's still unconscious.
God, I hope I'm right. I hope she's all right. As much as I intensely dislike my ex-wife, I never wanted anything like this to happen.
No, I didn't either, at least not to Gina.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, don't tell me nothing. What are you... I'm a little preoccupied with Gina. What are you talking about?
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Never mind. Look, I don't want to get into it right now. I'm just going to tell you this. The only mistake you made was knocking out the wrong ex-wife.
I just want to check my messages. It won't take a minute. Excuse me. Well, it's nothing earth-shattering. I'm very glad we're going to dinner tonight.
I'm glad you asked me. It's not like the old days. I don't get invitations like I used to.
I think you'll rectify that. You know, we have an hour before our dinner reservation. Why don't we take a ride and get a drink or something?
No, I don't think so. I don't drink so much these days.
Well, I don't mean a drink, just something to sip on. We'll just be together and maybe watch a sunset.
You're very attentive,
I've
Alex.
missed you very much. I don't need to tell you that.
No.
You know, the one thing that shocked me when you were on the stand was to find out how long you'd been in Santa Barbara. I mean, you didn't contact me. You knew I was here.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you call?
Well, for the same reason I didn't call anyone else, not even my children. The awful shape I was in financially, a dreadful way I looked. I was in a terrible condition, Alex. I wasn't the Pamela that you used to know. I was a different person altogether.
No, I don't care how much money you had or what you look like. I could even have helped you.
Yes, I know that. But I'm not very good at asking for favors, Alex.
Oh, please, to hell with your pride. What, doesn't love count for anything? I loved you once. And I don't think I've stopped.
If you don't mind, Alex, I'd rather not have dinner tonight. It's been a long day and I'm feeling very tired. Perhaps we could make it another evening. Well, if you don't mind.
No, well, of course I mind. Of course I do.
Well, I'm sorry, Alex, but I just won't be very good company.
Well, I don't want you to amuse me or entertain me. I want to be with you. I want to talk to you about things, ask you things.
Yes, I know that, but not tonight. Thank you for everything. Let's do it another time.
Change your mind, please.
I've already changed it once. If I change it again, you'll think I'm impossible. Thank you for everything, though. We'll talk again very soon.
Well, let me drive you home at least.
No, please, don't bother. I'll get a taxi.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. But just a few minutes ago, we were having dinner, and now you're rushing out of here. Is it something I said?
Alex, I've already explained. It's been a very long day, and I'm tired. I'm not cancelling you. I'm postponing it. Good night.
Kelly, I can't find that receipt for the caterers. You sure you put... Hey. Baby, what's wrong? Hmm? What's the matter?
Just all this.
What? What, the wedding?
No. The trial and... Yeah, and the wedding, partly.
I know how upset you are about this verdict.
No,
We all are...
all I used to think about was the wedding, that's all. And every time I think about it, I feel guilty.
I know.
Okay, but look, I think that we have to go ahead as planned now, all right? I think it's best.
It just seems so selfish to me.
Yeah, in a way it's selfish, but look, I think it'll be very good for your family to have something to focus on right now. And as for Eden, in many ways, I think it'll help her out as well. Hmm?
I guess you're right.
Okay, just look at it this way. Planning the wedding is going to give us a lot of good practice because we have got another big party to organize after this.
What, a reception?
No. Cruz's homecoming party. Baby, no one's going to give up on this. You have to know that.
I know that and you know that, but does Eden? Does Cruz know it?
They know. I promise you, they know.
Did you see him?
Yes, yes.
Well, is it all right? Can I go and visit him?
I'm sorry, Eden. He refuses to see anyone.
Even me?
Even you.
Hey, Castillo, you got another visitor.
Yeah, well, I told you I don't want any visitors, man.
Not even me?
Hi, I requested that I have a little free time, that's all.
We just wanted to come by and say, you know, we're sorry about what's happened, and you shouldn't worry, because we're going to get this thing straightened out. I mean, you got the full resources of the Last Resort Detective Agency behind you, man.
Yeah, well, this is the last resort, gang.
You gotta believe in us, Cruz. You got a lot of people behind you. You know I'm behind you all the way.
Yeah, I know you are.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna come visit you as often as I can, and I'll bring you whatever they'll let me. I'll even write.
Okay, well, important thing is just don't worry about me, and don't do anything. You know, you take care of yourself. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do if I was out there, okay?
Yeah, that leaves me a lot of room.
I know, it leaves you too much room, probably.
What we doing?
Just don't lose any sleep, because I'm gonna be... This will work out somehow. I mean, after all, how can I miss? I got people like you out there backing me up, right?
We'll be doing everything we can.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Listen, I hate to run you off, but it's about dinner time, and if you miss it around here, you don't get a second chance, so, you know.
Okay. I love you, Cruz.
Same here, darling. Take care of her, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for coming by.
Keep it together, huh?
Yeah. Prayer, yeah, that's it, prayer. Prayer. Yeah. God of mercy, God of light. So here's the way it is. I am lying to my sister, telling her everything's okay. I'm telling the woman I love I don't want to see her anymore. I'm losing everything I ever had because of something I didn't do. I spent my life trying to do right, trying to act good, and this is the payoff, right? This is it, right? So this is a joke, right? You want to explain to me what the point of this joke is? I mean, if you even exist? Forgive me, I just need some help, that's all. Just need a little bit of help.
I'm glad you're home. I've been wanting to tell you something.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. We saw Cruz.
You did? When?
Now, we just got back from there.
Yeah, we're just at the jail. They gave us a few minutes.
Well, that's wonderful. How is he?
He's fine, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he's holding up pretty well.
Oh, come on, he's better than that. His spirits, they were really good. I think our visit really helped him a lot.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I can't believe you got to see him. I mean, I went down there to go see him and they wouldn't let me.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, maybe you just didn't talk to the right person. Who's that guy that we talked to?
Well, I'm not really sure, some guard or not. Did I have my wallet with me? I might have left it in the... Can you check in the car? I'll check around in here. I
Be right back.
hate to be without that. You realize, of course, Cruz is putting up a brave front for her. It's not as rosy as she's painting it.
I know. I mean, he was depressed. I know he is.
It's worse than that.
What do you mean worse?
I mean, he seems to have given up all hope. I mean, he didn't want to see us. I mean, I heard him yelling at the guard that he didn't want any visitors. It's probably why they wouldn't let you in. I mean, he seems to be shutting out everybody who cares about him.
Well, I think that he thinks it's the only way he can survive in there.
No, you can't shut yourself off from the people who care about you. I hate this. I mean, here's this system that he believes in so much, and he's only getting shafted by it. You know, this wouldn't have happened if he had gone along with the idea to keep him free. I mean, he wouldn't be in jail at all. We've got to do something, Eden, and we've got to do it now.
You know I would do anything in the world for him.
Then I think it's about time you went back over there and tried to talk to him again.
I already did. I sent word to him. He refuses to see me.
And you're going to let a little thing like that stop you. It's about time one of you stopped taking no for an answer. He needs you whether he says so or not. Now get your butt over there and talk to him.
Well, okay. You're right. You're right. I'm going to go see him.
There you go.
Hey. Whoa. Where are you going? I was planning on fixing dinner.
I'm going to go back to the jail. I have a few things I have to say to your brother. Have a good dinner.
What have you two been talking about?
I just told her I thought she needed to go back over there and try and talk to him again. Maybe he changed his mind.
Well, good. I think he really needs it right now.
I know he does. As a matter of fact, I know exactly what he's going through.
That was Daddy calling from the hospital.
What do you mean, the hospital? What's the matter?
Something happened to Gina. I guess she slipped and fell anyway. I invited them to stop by on their way home. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay, sure.
Oh, good. Do we have food? We have to have something to get cheese or pate or something.
Cheese, I think there's a little bit in the fridge, yeah.
I'll check.
Hey. I've been meaning to apologize about not telling you about inviting my mother to the wedding. I know I should have been up front with you, but I did promise Mason
Baby,
that
it's
I would...
okay. You don't have to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's not your secrets that have been causing all this trouble lately.
Yeah, well, as long as you're not upset with me.
No, I'm not. Anyway, we can get on with our plans. She can come to the wedding. She'll be a part of the family.
Okay, but I warn you, this is not going to be easy, given the way she feels about Sophia and your father, and vice versa. I got a feeling there's going to be some fireworks going off around here.
Well, what's a wedding without a little excitement, right?
Truly.
No. Listen, it's not going to be easy for any of us. But she has a right to be there, Jeffrey. She is your mother.
Thank you. I wasn't sure you'd feel that way. I'll get that.
You'll get it. You know, I'm glad you like answering doors, because you're going to save us all kinds of money on servants and things.
I'm filling in temporarily, okay?
That's good. Now, Jeffrey, I just hope she's going to be comfortable with everybody there at the wedding, your mother.
Well, you can ask her that question yourself.
Responsible for a lot of them, but I miss you when you're gone. So come back. For me.
This one too long. You bimbo. Can you hear me? All the times I say I care about you, you never listen to me. If you're listening to me now, I care about you. Listen, if you pull through this, I'll do anything to make you happy. You want charge accounts? I'll give you charge accounts. You want Brandon back? I'll help get him back. I just don't want to lose you. You're important. Pull through. Come on.
What's going on in here? Awake? I was looking for Gina Capwell's room.
Well, you found a room.
I have? Then why all the gloom?
This is a sick woman.
Mrs. Capwell's going to be just fine if she's allowed to get enough rest.
I thought there were complications. What are you talking about?
That may well be. I don't know anything about her personally. But medically speaking, she's sound as a dollar.
Who are you?
Well, during the day, I deliver pizza to the patients. But at night, I get to play chief of staff. Who do you think I am? I'm her doctor, of course.
Well, terrific, doctor. Will you tell me why she's been unconscious for so long?
She's not unconscious. She's asleep. She suffered a mild concussion.
Why doesn't anybody around here tell me anything?
Well, who did you talk to?
I don't know what. Why don't you people wear signs? What is it with you people? Will you cut the comedy routine?
All right, look, I'll mention it to the board, but in the meantime, with or without a sign, I'm Dr. Scott Clark. And I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to be in here. Mrs. Capwell hasn't been cleared for visitors yet?
I'm not a visitor. I'm a close personal friend. I'm Keith Timmons.
The Keith Timmons?
The district attorney. Is she going to be all right? Are you sure?
I give you my Hippocratic oath on it. Now, suppose you leave me alone with her so I can check her over?
Hey, you go ahead. I don't mind. I'll sit here in the corner. I'll be out of the way.
No. Mr. Timmons, I'm sorry, but I mind. You see, I don't want anybody here that's not going to laugh at my routines. So if you just wait out in the hall, I'll be with you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay. I'll be right outside. I want to see her the second she wakes up.
I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time, but I just so needed to talk to somebody after what happened in court.
No, of course not. I'm glad you came.
No, and feel free to come by and talk to us anytime, Pamela.
That's very kind of you, but I don't want to be a nuisance.
Of course not.
No.
You couldn't possibly be a nuisance.
Thank you, darling. It's just I felt so badly after I testified in court. I couldn't feel worse about the verdict or more responsible. I so much wanted to see him prove his innocence.
Yeah, well, we all did, but you were under oath. There was nothing you could do. You had to tell the truth, right?
Yes, I know that, darling, but I still feel if I hadn't been manipulated by the district attorney the way I was, that he might have been able to stand a chance at least of acquittal. And, you know, Mason felt the jury were inclined to that, too, until all those terrible things came up.
Listen, Pamela, no one is blaming you. You came forward and told what you knew. That's all you could do. And whatever hurt Cruz, I think, were the secrets everybody else was keeping.
Oh, yes, those secrets. That's one thing I haven't missed since I left Santa Barbara. The secrets, the lies, all that manipulation. And always so many people hurt as a result. Even after all this time, it still seems to be going on, doesn't it?
You know, it is a pity, though, that you didn't get a clear look at the man that walked out of the laser palace last night. Maybe he would have had a chance then.
Yes, well, I suppose that could have made a great deal of difference.
I don't want it. A little early for a hunger strike.
You have to eat. I'll leave it and you can eat it when you get ready.
Well, I'm not gonna get ready, so you might as well take it away.
Free food comes with the price of the room. You're passing up a big bargain.
No, I don't want the free food. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't want the free food or any damn thing from this place except to be left alone. Now get out of my face.
Suit yourself.
I hope you know you're not going to turn me away that easily. I'm not leaving you alone. Do you know that?
Doctor. Is she still all right?
You think I did something to hurt her? She's going to be fine. I've gone over all the neurological data on her chart, and everything points to a rapid recovery. Of course, we'll have to wait till she wakes up to verify the facts, but that shouldn't be too long now.
Well, I hope you're right.
You have to learn to trust us, Mr. Timmons.
Well, you know, it'd be a lot easier if you looked like you were out of high school. I mean, aren't you a little young to be a real doctor?
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean by a real doctor.
Well, what I mean is that I think she needs a qualified physician and not a date to the senior prom.
Mr. Timmons, do you know how old Dr. Pasteur was when he first started practicing medicine? Do you know Dr. Livingstone's age when he first went into Africa? Or Albert Schweitzer?
No, but I would think they had to be out of their teens.
I wouldn't bet on it. But if you'd like to check my credentials, including my birth certificate, you go right ahead. But I assure you, you have nothing to worry about. I've been a resident at this hospital for 1.5 years now. Before that, I interned at Lenox Hill in New York. And I've been out of my teens for a long time. I'm not only qualified, I'm overqualified. And when I say that Mrs. Capel is out of danger, you can take my word for it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another patient waiting.
You're willing to do this, even at the expense of your family's well-being.
Mother, I don't see any harm or any threat to any of us by inviting her to be a member of the wedding.
Would you use your head? Just the presence of that woman there is going to spoil the day.
Well, it won't spoil it for Jeffrey. Well, it is our day, is it not? Pamela is Jeffrey's mother. She is a part of the family anyway. We've already invited her.
She is not a part of this family. She's a part of her own family, not part of mine.
Well, she's about to be my mother-in-law, Daddy.
All right, look, let's not argue, because if he hears it, he's not going to like it, and you won't either. Let's forget about it for now.
No, I won't. I don't want him to hear how unfair you're both being.
Look, I just told you to save it for later.
I think we've postponed enough conversations, and I want this one finished right now. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't owe this woman a thing. Look what happened at the trial.
Mother, will you stop calling her this woman? And whatever happened at the trial was not Pamela's fault. I think we all know that.
If that is directed at me, young lady, I don't like it. I resent it.
Well, Daddy, I don't think it's fair to blame her. And it certainly isn't right to exclude her from the wedding because of it.
There's something else.
Well, what is the something else, Mother?
There are a lot of other things, Kelly.
Sorry that took so long. What things doesn't she know about?
We were just talking about the wedding.
Yeah, and it's all settled. Both families will attend the wedding, and I don't think we have to talk about it anymore.
So what's all this about you not eating? You want to starve?
I wasn't hungry.
You're only making it harder on yourself than it needs to be. You need food.
I don't feel like eating, and I don't feel like talking. How did you get in here?
Persistence. They told me you didn't want to see me.
I didn't want to see anyone.
You saw Carmen and Kane.
Yeah, well, they got in. I don't know how.
What's happened to you? Why have you given up so quickly? And how much are you prepared to give up?
Haven't quite figured that out yet, I guess.
Well, if you give up anything, you're a fool.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, well.
I just don't believe you. You know, 2 months ago, you were
working at getting our relationship on the right track. And you kept hammering it into my head that if there was any obstacle, including my handicap, there was an obstacle that we would both see as a challenge.
Yeah, okay, fine. You want to tell me something? What about this and this? What about these obstacles? You think we can overcome these?
Yes.
Well, you're dreaming. This is real. You had a chance. You healed yourself before. I knew you could do it again. The reality of this situation is, I had a day in court, and I lost.
You have a chance. You can appeal.
I can appeal? What the hell good is an appeal gonna do? I mean, don't you see what's happening here?
See what?
Listen to me. You think this is a coincidence? It's not. This evidence is perfectly stacked up against me. Somebody set me up. They punched me out. I'm in prison. All the hoping and dreaming in the world is not gonna stop me from being locked up in this place for a long time.
Well, I don't believe that.
You don't believe... Are you sure? Because it's over. In more ways than one.
No.
Darling, we have to get real here and think about what this means. I'm gonna be in this place for years.
Tell me you're not saying what I think you're saying.
Well, I'm saying that I think you should get on with your own life.
As the final lead in this dramatic trial, Cruz Castillo, former member of the Santa Barbara Police Department, was today convicted on the charge of first-degree murder. Judge Larson stated that sentence would be pronounced later this week. Castillo could face life imprisonment.
Mrs. Capwell? Are you awake? Can you hear me?
No.
That's better. How do you feel?
I have a terrible headache. Where am I?
You're at Santa Barbara City Hospital. You've had a fall, and we think you've suffered a mild concussion. Why don't you open your eyes and let me get a look at you, okay?
What are you doing?
Just checking your eyes. Well, I wouldn't worry too much about the headache. That we can take care of. How do you feel otherwise?
I don't know. Okay, I guess. Just kind of fuzzy on what happened.
Well, don't think about it too much. I'm sure it'll all come back to you soon.
It bothers me. I mean, I remember coming out of the courthouse and seeing Cece and Sophia.
All right, Mrs. Capwell, look, why don't you let that go for the moment and just focus on the light with your eyes, okay? So can you open your eyes, please? Come on, open your eyes.
Well, would this be a little easier if you put the light on? What's wrong?
The light is on, Mrs. Capwell.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can't see anything. I'm totally blind.
What you reading?
Layperson's Guide to the Law. Why are you reading that?
Well, I was checking up on the appeal process. I want to see how it applies to Cruz.
You don't trust that Mason and Julia can do it on their own?
Well, sure I do. I mean, it doesn't hurt to look, right? And if they slip up, I'll be there to catch them.
Right.
Caney will get out, won't he?
Carmen, you can bet on it.
So you don't want to be with me anymore?
Darling, what I want doesn't matter. The state has taken me away from you, and the sooner we make our peace with it, the better. It's going to get more painful.
The fight doesn't end with one conviction. 12 people made the wrong decision, and you're just going to throw everything away because of that.
It has nothing to do with 12 people. It has to do with the system. I didn't have a chance, and I'm not going to have a chance the next time.
I just don't believe you. You know, you're a real quitter.
Well, I'm a quitter, yeah. Well, at least I'm not a fool. I'm not going to beat my head against a wall when I know I ain't going to win.
Oh, you know that? Well, I don't know that. Do you know that?
Will you
They're
listen
going to catch the real killer. You listen to me. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to talk to you, and I'm not going to listen to this attitude and let it infect me with this defeatist thinking. It is too far removed from who and what you really are.
This is why I didn't want you to come here, because I knew you wouldn't be able to accept
Well,
this.
I guess then you were right, weren't you? Because I am not going to sit here and listen to you give away your freedom and not fight for your rights. I am not leaving here. Do you hear me? Until you tell me that we are going to battle this together. Do you hear me?
Coming up next on Donahue, media moguls. They race to make it to the top, but look out for anyone who gets in their way. On this show, meet two who are there. Malcolm Forbes, founder and editor-in-chief of Forbes magazine, and Alan Newhart, chairman of USA Today. Phil explores the unique lifestyles of these media powerhouses and exposes the secret to their success, what to print and how to sell it, flamboyant lives, unique methods, and the urge to succeed at all costs. Meet the moguls, next on Donahue.